Hey there, it's Kathy with Be Creative with Kathy. Happy Monday morning or Monday afternoon. It's not morning anymore, but here I am, and I have a card for you today. And before I get into the card, I just want to tell you there's a ton of stuff going on with Stampin' Up! And I'm going to wait until the end of my video to talk to you about all of their promotions. And then I have a couple promotions this month. And I'll have some cards to show you and stuff like that. But I'm going to wait till the end of the video. So if you're a demonstrator, if you're familiar with Stampin' Up!, you don't have to sit and wait while I go through my big old spiel of what's going on with Stampin' Up!. You can just turn off after the card and then I'll explain it to everybody else. Or if you're interested in that stuff, you could fast forward and go to that. Well, not live on Facebook, but when it's posted on YouTube, you can fast forward and just go straight to the good stuff about the sales and the promotions. But let me tell you about my card here. So this is today's card. This is a card that I sent to all of my team. Stampin' Up! Calls them my downline. But all the ladies on my team, I sent them this card because Stampin' Up! Has logo items, and they came out with this face mask. I'm going to try to get it to where you can see it. I don't want to open it because, like I said, I'm going to send it to one of my teammates here. But I bought a mask. I love my mask, and I decided I wanted to buy one for all of my team. So then when you send them something like this, you have to send them a little bit of a wow card, and this is what I came up with. I saw Rhonda Wade made what she called an accordion card, and I kind of fell in love with it, and so I kind of made it into my own, and this is what I came up with. So when you open the card, it opens up like this, and it just keeps going. So it looks like that when you're all said and done. And like I said, this is for my teammates, so I'm going to use some stamp sets that are only available to demonstrators, but let me just show you what I did. Okay, so I started, I have a piece of cardstock. This is Rococo Rose. It's 5.5 by 4 1/4. And let me tell you too, if you don't catch my measurements, or maybe I forget to tell you the measurements, you can always go to my blog, The Be Creative with Kathy, and all my measurements are on there too. Okay, and then I have some Night of Navy cardstock. This is 4 by 5 1/4. And in fact, I'm going to just go ahead and put this down, layer this down on my Rococo Rose with a little bit of Stampin' Seal here. And put that down. Because I've done a lot of the work, I think I've already said that, a lot of the work in advance. So that way this card, it won't take so long. And then I have another piece of Night of Navy. This is the same. It's 4 inches by 5 1/4, and I've layered a piece of the Designer Series paper. Now this Designer Series paper is the Sale-a-bration, let me check what the name of it is, Paper Blooms Designer Series paper. It's absolutely beautiful. I took a piece of that, layered it onto my Night of Navy, and then I took some of this denim ribbon, which I didn't realize how nice and soft and beautiful. Fell in love with this ribbon, but I tied that around the front, and this is going to be the front of our card, so I'm going to set that aside for later. We will need that. We'll also need a little tag. Now this is cut with the, what are these called? Tasteful label dies. I used this one right here, cut it out just in basic white, stamped it with the stamp set that is, let me think what that one's called, in case you want to look into it. It's called Stamping Your Way to the Top, and it says, what a dazzling demonstrator, and I thought that's perfect for my team. Send them one of those, and I've stamped that right there just in the Night of Navy ink, and we'll save that for the front of our card. Let me put all this stuff way out of the way. Okay, then you notice that it has my card, where did it go? Has a bunch of these little flowers here, right? So I took Seaside Spray, I think that's what that, it's an in color, a light blue. I stamped Night of Navy ink using the Sweet Strawberry stamp set. See, I took this large flower here, stamped it in blue on the Seaside Mist, and then on some Rococo Rose, I took some Mary Mallow ink and stamped the smaller flower here on the Rococo Rose with that stamp set. Then I used the small blossom punch to punch out the blue, and I used Well, I just lost everything over here. The strawberry builder punch to punch out the Rococo Rose flowers. And I have them all right here. And we'll need a bunch of them. I think I have enough of them. If not, I have extra stamped. We can punch those out too. But that's what I used to do the flowers. And we'll need those when we start to assemble the card. Okay, then I also have a strip here of designer series paper. This is 1 inch wide, and now I'm not sure how long it is. We're gonna cut it to size. And then of course I have a piece of Night of Navy that's 1 1/4. And oop, I got on my table here, get that off of there. And then I'm gonna just layer this. And you know what, I did on the wrong side because I want this end to show on my card for sure. And then we'll cut the other end off. So I'm gonna just layer that, maybe get it straight, on my Night of Navy cardstock. And like I said, we'll cut that to the right size later when we put the card together. Excuse me. So I also have here, and I think this is the last piece that we'll need. These are both basic white cardstock. They're both 5 inches wide. One of them is 8 1/2, scored at 3 3/4 and 7 1/2. And the other one is 7 1/2, scored at 3 3/4. And I'm gonna just fold those along the score line here. This one is in half, and this one, whoops, I want to fold it so my bump is toward the inside. This way, and I'm going to fold this one back this way. Okay, now I want to attach these 2 pieces of cardstock to make it, and I might have folded them the wrong way and then I'll just refold them, but I want to attach these 2 together. So below that score line, I'm going to just put some liquid glue, and that way I can kind of slip and slide it away as to where I want it. But put some liquid glue under that score line, and then slide this one into place so that it fits right under, there we go, the score line. Then you fold it, it looks like that. And you fold that one this way, and I did fold this one wrong, so it has to go this way. But now when you fold it, it looks like this, and you have this accordion. And then you want to make sure that the fold line back here is on the back. So this is what your card's going to open up, and it'll look like this now. There, that's better. And that line is back here, hidden on the back of the card. Okay, so now we know that this is going to be the top, and this is going to be the bottom. And I'm going to take my heart pack punch, the scalloped heart, and I'm going to put it in the bottom here all the way in. I'm going to try to center it in that piece there and punch out that scalloped heart right there. And put that aside, we're done with the punch. Okay, I'm going to hold on. Then I have a scrap here of the designer series paper. This is just the other side, or another side of that same pack, and I'm going to punch out the regular heart, or the non-scalloped, I don't know what you call that one, of that there. We'll need that in a little bit too. Okay, so let's stamp just a little. For the inside of my card, this right here says, the little things you do so well and so often make a big difference to so many people. And I think that's what a demonstrator is all about, is making the difference to people. So I'm going to take some, let me get my stamp set first. That is from the Happy Thoughts stamp set. And let me see which one. The little things. This one here. Oh, I hope I have a block big enough. Ooh, and I do. Okay. We'll just mount that on the block. Get out my ink. And now we look. I'll make sure I have, it's not on this one, it's on this right here. So we're going to put it on here. Or stamp it on here. I guess we're not going to put it on here, but we'll stamp it right here. Make sure one more time, yep, that I have it in the right spot. That would be awful if I stamped it in the wrong spot. Okay, so hopefully I have it straight because I can't really see. Not bad, right? There we go. And leave my ink out, because then down here at the bottom, I want to stamp thanks. And I like this little thanks right here in the mini mate stamp set. And now normally I wouldn't use a bunch of stamp sets. I would just pick one stamp set and make it work. But in this case, I wanted it to be kind of a wow card. And so I used whatever I had. I'm going to stamp a little thanks there. And then last, this is a stamp set that you can get from Stampin' Up! As a demonstrator only. But it says, for being on my team. And I want to stamp that as a thank you card, right, from my teammates here. Let me try to mount that. It's so cold in Denver, and I know I can't complain because it's probably colder other places, but my hands just do not work like I want them to. Let me make sure, and really I should have my pierce mat, but let's just see what happens. I'm going to try to stamp that straight, not put my head in the camera right there. That's not too bad. I'll take that one too. Okay, we'll put the ink away. We're done stamping. Now we're going to take this piece of where we've layered the Rococo Rose and the Night of Navy. We're going to fold this up. I hope this is dry. Let's get a scratch paper. I'm going to make sure this is dry. Yep, it's dry. Okay. And I'm going to just layer with some adhesive here along, and I'm going to try to get around my heart, or if my tape would cooperate. I still think it's because it's cold, but maybe not. Nothing seems to work. And lay a lot of ink, or a lot of adhesive on my card here. Make sure. Okay, and then I'm going to layer this right here on that Night of Navy cardstock. So it looks like that. Now when you open your card, you have that, and then you have this down here, right? So then that little heart that we punched out, here he is, I'm going to pop him up on dimensionals. I think this is brilliant with the scalloped heart out of the white so that blue shows through. And this, of course, was a Rhonda Wade idea, so nice job, Rhonda. It's brilliant to put that little layer behind the little flower, because then look how cute that looks. And then I'm going to take one of those flowers that I punched out with a glue dot. Since we're here, might as well. Now, do you ever have the problem where you can't get your glue dot off of the roll? If you twist it just a little bit, it comes right off and makes life just a little bit easier. But there's the flower there. And then on this piece is where we want to add this strip of Designer Series paper. So I'm going to just put some adhesive on the back of this and layer this right here on that piece, and then using my paper snips, I'm going to just trim that down so it's the perfect size, and that looks like that. And then while we're at it, I'm going to take a couple little flowers. I'm going to take one of the big blue ones and one of the little pink ones. I think I want the blue one up here and the pink one down here, and then we're going to take a couple more. I'm going to put that little pink one right here, and then the blue one with the glue dot here, and then another pink one I'm going to put up on a dimensional, and I just, here they are. Put a dimensional here on the back of that one, and then pop it up right there. So now we have the inside of our card quickly done, right? Let's go ahead and work on the front. Oh, I had flying flowers. Hold on just a second. So I'm going to go ahead and attach the front of my card to line up those blue. The two blue Night of Navies are the exact same size. So I'm going to go ahead and put my adhesive right here on my white, my basic white. And I am going to be like overdo it with the adhesive. I don't want that to pop off. make sure my cards is not the right side up, and then fix my ribbon where I want it. Hold on just a second. I think I want it right about there. And then I'm going to line this up with the Night of Navy. And it's hard to see on camera. I didn't realize how hard that would be to see, but I think I did pretty good. And then just apply that down like that. So now when you open the card, it goes just like that. And it has a pretty good border here. You notice I worried about the border here, so it looked good from the front, but it also looks pretty good this way too. And you open it, looks like that. Okay? And then we'll take our greeting here, and I'm going to take the mini dimensionals just so I can put some on the top and bottom, and it doesn't stick to that ribbon, so that the ribbon doesn't make it uneven or awkward, I guess. Take some little mini dimensionals. And I'm going to just lay that right over the ribbon. Just like that. Okay, then we're going to take some of these little, a couple more flowers. I have a few left here with glue dots. I'm going to start with a little pink one here and set it up here just to kind of fill in the blank spaces here, and then a blue one on a glue dot back over in this corner. And then with some dimensionals, I'm going to put a dimensional on a pink one and a blue one. And lay the pink one over in this corner. And then hopefully I have room for the blue one. I might have to move that pink one just a little bit. Let's see what happens when we have room for, tuck it under here a little bit. Nope, see the pink one has to move. So let me, I took my take a pick tool and I used my stylus end on there. And so now my take a pick, the pointer end, is really small in this extra little piece. I need to take the time. But I want to get that dimensional off of there. There we go. And I'll put this one down so he doesn't cover up the D in demonstrator, and then add this one a little bit further this way. There we go, that's better. And you can trim that ribbon to make it a little bit smaller. Like that. Okay, and then last but not least, if I can find, here's my just your basic rhinestones, and I'm going to use that middle size and just decorate all those little flowers. And now I know usually I don't like to put bling on the inside of a card because then your card doesn't fold, but this one has so much going on anyway that it really doesn't make a difference. So I'm going to put rhinestones on every one of those little flowers. So I hope that all of my team members have already got their card and mask. I know I've heard from a few of them. And Tita, if you're watching, yours, came back and I had to mail it again. And they told me it would be there on Tuesday, which is tomorrow. So don't look if you want to be surprised. And otherwise, yours should arrive tomorrow. But I'm hoping everybody else got theirs, because this is my way of saying thank you for being a teammate. Some of you have been around for a long time. Some of you have been around for just a short time, but I just appreciate you all so much. I wanted to do something special for you, and that's where I came up with this card. So what do you think? You like the card? I thought it turned out really nice. Okay, so now let me show you some of the promotions that I and Stampin' Up! Have going on. Me personally, if you place an order with me in February, before February 25th, I will send you a make and take. So it's this card here. It's got a cat hair on there. And you can find the instructions for this on my YouTube channel to put this together. And I'll also put your name in a drawing for a free stamp set. So I have 2 extra Sale-a-bration stamp sets that 2 people will win a stamp set just by placing an order at my online store, kathyhouse.stampinup.net. That's my promotion. And then Stampin' Up! Has a couple things going on. So let me show you those. First of all, it's Sale-a-bration. Sale-a-bration is what I call a reward system. Oh, plug your ears while I put that down. Okay, to where if you place a certain amount, you get items for free. And this brochure has all the free items in there. Some of them you have to place a $100 order and then you can get the stamp set and the paper together. But there's a lot of stuff in here. So Sale-a-bration is through February 28th. I can't believe it's almost over, but you want to be sure and check that out. And then Stampin' Up! Has now in the mini catalog, there's a stamp set by the name of Hey Birthday Chick, excuse me. And Stampin' Up! Has brought in some dies that match or coordinate with that stamp set. And they've also brought back the Hey Chick stamp set that was part of Sale-a-bration in 2017, and they brought in dies to coordinate with that. Now, the Hey Birthday Chick stamp set looks like this, and look at the dies. The dies have so many things that the stamp set don't, like the little fence, the happy birthday, the feed sack, the chicken wire, the cornstalk is just cute. So I've been scouring the internet and copy some demonstrators. Let me show you some cards that I've made. I wished I could remember their name too. I should have written down the names as I copied their cards. But look how cute this card is. The Let's Celebrate You, and on this side it says you're still a spring chicken. Is that not adorable? I think that's a really cute card you could send to anybody. And this card, look at this one with the little chicken and the signs. You gotta love the corn and the fence. Really cute, simple card. And then there's this one. Is that not adorable? Look how cute that is. And then with that little chicken hutch and the little chick on the inside. And then these are ones that I copied from demonstrators off of Pinterest and YouTube. And then here's a couple that I came up with myself. And look how cute this one is. You open it up and you have all the chickens celebrating in there, but you close it and it has that chicken wire fence on there. I thought that was really cute. Like that one. And then here's an Easter card. Now I used all those little eggs. I put a little bit of the fine tip glue pen to give them a little bit of shine. And there's a cute Easter card. And then this is the last one. I think this is my favorite. Look at the chicken floating away with the balloon floating just above the fence line. Is that not adorable? Look how cute that is. And there's the inside. So that is the chicken bundle. That is just amazing. And you can get that right now. It'll be available, all 4 of those products, until the end of June. And I shouldn't say till the end of June. I think it's while supplies last, but it'll be available in the catalog till the end of June. And then another promotion that I am super excited about is this is an early release. Now, I'll be honest with you, usually their early release are like, all right, I'll buy them to see what I can do with them. But this early release products, I am so excited about. And let me show you what they do. So it's the butterfly bouquets, I believe they're called. They have, let's see if I can get all this chicken stuff out of the way. There we go. I got it. So here's the stamp set. And now I want to show you the stamp. I haven't even put it together yet. Is one big stamp with all these beautiful butterflies. It looks like that. And then the dies that coordinate with it. The die set is huge. It has 2 sheets, well, at least here, 2 sheets here. So it has the outline die like this. It has all these beautiful, and let me show you the little butterflies. There's this one. And this one. Oh, and you know what? I used one of them on a card, so I don't have one of them. Whoops, I used that one, and I don't have the card here handy to show you. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, and there's 5 of the 6 butterflies that it cuts out. Now, is that not beautiful? So these 2 products here, I know for sure will be in the new catalog, the June May, I don't know, 2021, 2022 catalog. This is an early release product, so these two items will be in the new catalog. But right now, well, really to be available the 1st of March, it also has with it some designer series paper, looks like this, and some wood grain paper that looks like, let me take it out of the package so you can see it, that looks like this. Now the wood grain paper, 2 sheets to a package, 12 by 12, it feels like wood. It's kind of lightweight, would be easy to use. You could use the other side too. It has a different kind of texture to it. Looks like that. But this designer series paper with the butterflies, let me show you those prints. Looks like this. Look how pretty all of that is. The rainbow butterflies, the monarch butterflies, I think that's what it's called. Just beautiful butterfly paper. Just when you think you have enough butterflies, they come up with another butterfly you can't live without. And then the other side of the paper looks like this. So it has just kind of a plain background, kind of, I think it's absolutely beautiful. But the coolest thing of all, not only how beautiful the designer series paper is, but let me find the one pattern. This pattern here, when you lay the framelits down on this pattern here, look how it cuts out all 6 of those butterflies at one run through, or one pass through your die cut machine. And they end up looking like this. Excuse me. So there's a big butterfly. Look how pretty those are with the designer series paper. Whoops, this one's not cooperating. There it goes. And this one there, and that one. So I was kind of like, oh my gosh, more butterflies. But then when I played with the pack and looked at the paper and the dies and the stamp set, I fell in love all over again. So like I said, this promotion, or this set of product is available, I believe, yeah, March 2nd, and it'll be available through, well, it'll come into the new catalog in May. So if you have any questions, you can always reach out, and you can either email me, call me, text me, whatever information you have. Like I said, you can go look at all my measurements at my online store, and I don't know, I think if you bought this bundle, you'd fall in love. I think it's worth every penny, by just even the designer series paper. And did I mention that the designer series paper and the wood grain paper, I don't think they're carrying through to the new catalog, so you need to get as many packs of paper as you can now before they're gone on May 3rd. Okay, that's all I have for you today. Sorry I rambled on and on. I'm just excited about the new product that Stampin' Up! Has come out with. And I'll be back Friday with another card for you. Have a great week. Bye-bye.